me, we continue our cultural tour experience. On this visual map, you can easily locate the position of the museums as well as the residential complexes where you can purchase an apartment. In front of you is the Louvre Museum. The museum is now open and can be visited at any time. In front of the Louvre itself, a residential complex is now being developed that also bears the name of the Louvre Museum, the Louvre Residences. This residential complex, consisting of 3 towers, was completely sold out within a few days of its sales launch. This insatiable demand for real estate clearly reflects the level of excitement on Saadiyat Island. Here we find ourselves standing in front of the famous Louvre, which is considered the top attraction on Saadiyat Island. A staggering sum of $500 million was spent solely on leasing the iconic name of Louvre. Additionally, an impressive $750 million was paid to acquire and display exhibits within the Louvre. There are not just any exhibits here, but incredible works of art by renowned artists such as Picasso and Van Gogh, the most sought after in the world. The most unique thing about the Louvre is the building itself, the architecture of the building. The building itself is a very valuable exhibit. The mastermind behind the design of the Louvre is a very famous contemporary architect, Jean Nouvel. He envisioned more than just a museum. He aimed to create a social space where individuals could connect and engage with one another and talk about culture, and actually live a cultural life, which I think he succeeded in doing. Next in front of you is the Guggenheim Abu Dhabi Museum, a museum of contemporary art. Accordingly, in front of this museum, the museum is now being built up. In front of this museum, there will be proposed residential complexes named Abu Dhabi Guggenheim. Also in the near future, well, most likely in a few weeks, they will launch the sales of Sheikh Zayed National Museum. This is also a museum which is now being developed. That is, it is a museum named after Sheikh Zayed, and this museum accordingly will have its own residence. Accordingly, here you can also buy real estate in residential complexes which view apartments overlook Sheikh Zayed Museum and the dancing and singing fountains. And also nearby is the Abrahamic family house, which is a place of power, let's say spiritual power. And not for nothing, but thanks to the fact that it is here that 3 churches of different denominations have been built up. Accordingly, there is a Christian church, a mosque and a synagogue, and it is called Abrahamic Family House. All the churches have already been completed, and in principle, you will be able to visit them in the near future. Also under development on Saadiyat Island is the famous Team Phenomena Lab, which is renowned in Tokyo. This interactive gallery spans a vast area of 17,000 square meters, blending the wonders of nature with the marvels of science. Presently, it is the opportune time to make investments in Abu Dhabi, particularly in Saadiyat Island and its cultural township. This moment presents a unique opportunity because it could possibly be your final chance to acquire real estate in this region. The previous instance of selling out the Louvre residences within 5 days perfectly illustrates the demand and urgency. Moreover, the upcoming launch of sales at the Guggenheim Museum is anticipated, featuring exorbitant prices to match its ultra-luxurious offerings. Therefore, the optimal time to make a purchase is now at the Sheikh Zayed Museum, alongside the residences that offer captivating views of the enchanting dancing fountains and the esteemed Sheikh Zayed Museum.